My name is Karunakar Marsakatla. Today I posted an article titled Defeat of the West. Today is 12th December 2025. The summary is how the West failed to understand the big picture of the universe. And I divided this article into 10 sections. I will read one by one. First section. It is all cycles that rule the universe. Rotation of the earth causes the day and night. Revolution of the earth around the sun makes a year. Tilt in the axis of the earth divides year into seasons. Revolution of the solar system around the galactic center takes about 215 million years. Two such revolutions causes the continents on the earth to disperse and coalesce in one supercontinent cycle, that is 430 million years. Tectonic pause and snowball earth event occurs with each formation of supercontinent. Section 2. One day of Brahma includes a day, that is creation, and a night, that is destruction. The present day of creation is called Svetavaraha Kalpa. Each day of Brahma consists of a period equal to 28 Manvantara cycles, 14 cycles for creation and 14 cycles for destruction. So far, 6 Manvantara cycles were completed and we are in the middle of the 7th cycle. Another 7 Manvantara cycles are to be completed as part of the present creation. There will be destruction of life at the end of each Manvantara cycle in a global flood. To continue the life on the earth, Manu saves a pair of each species in a ship. 6 supercontinent cycles were completed from the beginning of the plate tectonics around 2800 million years ago. We are presently in the middle of the 7th cycle. Estimates suggest that the fuel in the sun continues for a period of another 7 supercontinent cycles. Volcanism at the supercontinental breakup and rapid melting of the snowball earth causes the global flooding and mass extinction at the end of each cycle. One day of Brahma is the life and death of the sun. This period equals to 28 Manvantara or supercontinent cycles and 56 galactic revolutions of the solar system. Brahma creates the sun and the planets. Vishnu maintains the system during the 14 Manvantara cycles, and Shiva destroys it at the end. There will be a dark period equal to 14 Manvantara cycles called Pralaya. Creation starts again after the end of the Pralaya. Section 3. Stories of a global flood. Not just one, there were 6 global floods occurred at the end of each of the last 6 supercontinental periods. Noah's Ark and the story of Utnapishtim from the Epic of Gilgamesh and the 7 earths and 7 Kursavars represents the same underlying story of Manvantara cycles. Hinduism or Sanatana Dharma has all the knowledge for all the bigger questions the world is searching for in both spiritual and scientific areas. That is why I am with the opinion to make the Christianity a subsect within the Sanatana Dharma and conferring a status of a guru on Jesus Christ, similar to Adi Shankaracharya or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or even most recent Paramahamsa Yogananda. Section 4. Epic event of Kshira Sagara Mathanam. Differentiation of the early molten earth resulted in gases and lighter elements gets pushed towards the surface and heavier elements accumulated at the center. Ocean full of calcium bicarbonate solution on the early Earth was the Milky Ocean described in the Kshirosagar Mathanam. Formation of the moon possibly occurred through a supervolcano called Mount Meru in the middle of the Milky Ocean. Section 5. Link between evolution and the dietary habits of species. Analysis of dietary habits of species revealed that the manner in which food is consumed influences the evolution. Species with molarity, which choose the food into small pieces, adapted to gestation and others to egg laying. Reference to this division in species is also found in Manusmriti and other ancient Indian texts. Natural selection and random mutation appears to have less influence on the evolution of species. Section 5 6. What is gravity? With same number of nucleons, a densely packed nucleus measures more mass than the nucleus in which the nucleons occupy more space. The total strong nuclear force between the nucleons will be more in a densely packed nucleus. If we apply the principle m equal to E by c square, the additional strong nuclear force converts to mass. Therefore, a 1 kilogram iron sphere is not the same as its point mass counterpart. Point mass iron sphere will have more mass. Unlike time and distance, there is no basis for definition of mass. Mass of an object changes with the density of nucleons inside the object. If we magically turn an iron bar into an equivalent gold bar with no loss of nucleons, the iron bar um, measures the gold bar measures more mass than the iron bar. Nucleus of gold atom bears more nucleons than the nucleus of the iron atom. If there is an atom with a nucleus containing all the nucleons of all atoms in the iron bar, then that atom weighs more than the iron and gold bars. Theoretical physics is a mess. Shell theorem is not valid because point size form of same object exerts more gravity. Gravity between two objects works on the line connecting the objects, not as a field around the objects. Inverse square law doesn't apply to gravity. Concepts dependent on the mass of an object, such as Newtonian gravity, dark matter, and space-time curvature, are no less than a fraud. In the world without the definition of mass, we will realize that the gravity is nothing but the strong nuclear force itself, working at a macro scale. Gravitationally bound objects will release their internal energy, as long as they are bound together. Decrease in the internal energy of an object will decrease its gravitational pull on surrounding objects. Chemical energy and electrical energy are also released from strong nuclear force within the nucleus, even though at a minute scale. Are magnetic poles simply a concentration of electric charge? This is section 7. Elliptical electron subshells could turn the atom into a dipole with positive charge on the end where the electron subshell is closer to the nucleus and negative charge on the other. Alignment of all the dipole atoms in a line makes one end of an iron bar positively charged and the other negatively charged without ionization of the atoms. Concentration of charge at the ends of iron bar acts as magnetic poles. Section 8. What led to the downfall of science? Theories and concepts of Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, Charles Darwin are wrong at a grand scale. Methods and practices of the Western science obstructed continued critical evaluation of scientific theories. In the era of controlled publication of scientific research, such as peer review, publication charge, access charge, preprint blacklist, etc., fan base increased to these false theories as the time went by. Many theories were built on top of the false concepts, fundamentals. It is the time to accept the mistake and rebuild the entire science from the ground up. Section 9. How did the ancient Indian rishis discover the secrets of the universe? Answer to that question lies in the story of Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve fell from heaven and were roaming the earth in naked bodies. Shyness engulfed the couple when they ate an apple. Paramahamsa Yogananda explains that the shyness of the couple made them to forget their heavenly origin. Ancient Indian texts explain that the body awareness limits one's ability to grasp the nature of the physical world. Ancient Indian rishis and yogis who were devoid of body awareness were able to grasp beyond what physical body could sense. India has countless number of yogis through the ages who could perceive the physical world beyond the sensory input. Similar to the heavenly Adam and Eve, thousands of naked Nagasadhus with extrasensory perception still roam the length and breadth of the India. Ancient Indian technique of Kriya Yoga teaches about how to overcome the body awareness and perceive the extraordinary. Section 10. West got defeated in the race to understand the big picture of the universe. West succeeded in microanalysis of the physical world, and the India succeeded in macroanalysis of the universe. India amassed wealth of information on the body, mind, and the universe for thousands of years. For the humanity to succeed in science in the future, we should combine the Western understanding of the physical world with the ancient Indian knowledge. Indian knowledge provides an aim and purpose for aimlessly wandering soul of Western science. Dedication. This work has been dedicated to Gurudeva Paramahamsa Yogananda for his efforts to enlighten the modern world. These are the references, and I'll post this article on ResearchGate, YouTube, and X platforms. Thank you.